My name is Jannick Deslauriers. I'm an artist and I work with textile, always textile, and so I do textile-based installation. I did my BFA at Concordia University and that's it actually. I teach in Cégep since then, so in FilmArts in Montreal. So after my BFA I just kept doing my work and I did a couple of shows and here I am. This is Beatrice and she's 8 months now and I have her with me all the time in my studio and working on my show, and she's learning how to do sewing slowly. My aim is to play on the contrast between the form that I produce and the material I use to do it. So obviously in the sculpture history, we used to see solid and massive and construction with structure and all that, and so I'm trying to do the total opposite of that. So it's 3D elements, but they don't have structure, they're translucent, they're really they're sort of floating in the space. So I'm trying to create that, and also I always choose objects that are normally really heavy or really solid, or so I'm making them in a way that it's sort of showing the total opposite of the usual nature of those objects. I think I'm doing a type of work that is sort of surprising for many people, but because it's not something we see that often. Like my first piece that dragged a lot of attention on my work was a tank made out of tulle. So it's this kind of surprising sculpture, and I think from there it got me a lot of attention for that. So I just kept going. Okay, so just to talk a little more specifically about the process I use. So for this saw, for example, then what I do first is to collect a lot of images, and I sort of choose different parts and different models, and then I decide how I'm going to build it in fabric, because my work is not realistic. Well, it is realistic, but I don't copy the exact same thing that the object is. So the whole thing is to imitate reality in a way that we'll get what it is, and so I just make it all apart to start. So I decide how I'm going to make this part over here, and everything. I just sort of design it in my head, and then I make one part and then another and then another, and at the end I have the whole object. And it's also to play with the fabric and the different texture and colors, and I love lace, so I just put lace everywhere. For now I'm happy here, and also with internet and everything, it's quite easy to make your work travel, and especially my work is so light and easy to ship everywhere. So the only challenge is the installation of it, because it has to be suspended and in a specific way. But I'm willing to travel. I'd love to actually do overseas show and things like that, so maybe it will come, I hope.